Clayton kids, I'm Mr. Jamey, and I've got a lesson for you today about applying truth. As we know, Scripture is truth. So how do we apply that to our lives? Well, one method is ABC. Okay, first thing we need to do is accept it with your ears. When you hear something that's presented in Scripture, you need to accept it by listening to it. The second thing, ABC, B, is believe. Believe it with your heart. Whenever you're presented something with Scripture, you don't want to reject it or say, oh, I don't agree with that or I don't believe that. You want to believe it and believe it with your heart. Whenever a pastor or a Bible verse speaks about something with your heart, what that's referring to is your desires. Your heart is your desires. And the last one is commit. ABC, commit. You want to commit to applying whatever you have heard and believed with your actions. So, our memory verse of today is Romans 12:10. Romans 12:10. This says, love one another with brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. That's Romans 12:10. So, how do we apply that? How do we apply that truth to our lives? Remember, we're going to accept it with our ears, believe it with our hearts, and commit to it with our actions. One of the ways we can apply this is by letting them go first.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go first.
No, after you.
Okay, thanks.
Another way we can apply this is by helping them.
Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
You know, I really don't like your haircut. You probably ought to go where your wife gets her haircut.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Mr. David, but I love your haircut.
Gee, thanks.
Another way we can do that is by writing them an encouraging letter.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, I just wanted you to have that.
Oh, well, thank you. Oh, man, I appreciate that. That's cool.
Well, Clayton kids, I hope I've given you a lot to think about. Remember, when you're applying scriptural truth, you want to accept it with your ears by listening and hearing, believe it with your heart, which means that you desire to do it, and then you want to commit to it with your actions. I'm Mr. Jamey, and this has been another edition of Clayton Kids. Oh, excuse me.
I'm sorry. You were in my way.
Oops.
I'm sorry. No, you go ahead.
No, after you.
No, you go ahead.
No, I insist.
No, you go ahead.
Please go first.
Age before beauty.
Oh, you're